So I was able to win for the third year in a row the Implementation Design Expertise Award. My name's Jeff Atizado. I'm CEO of SMB Consultants. I'm a supply chain software consultant, and what I'm best known for is providing connected inventory systems that run smoothly for product selling businesses so they can easily see everything in one place and free up time to make confident decisions that will grow their business. So SMB is 15 years. We started at a time when the iPad was just coming out. So I started in this industry working in Apple. I managed an Apple premium reseller. And we were just at the right time, at the right place where the iPad was coming out. Cloud technology was just becoming commercially available for consumers. And a lot of businesses wanted to emulate that point of sale experience in their retail shops and get rid of their cash registers and put in smaller footprint iPads. So we forged really good relationships with Apple at the time and with Xero, the cloud-based accounting package. And over the last 10 years, between 2008 and 2018, we were the guys that were putting in point of sale across Australia in retail shops and cafes. I guess what happened is over the period of COVID, a lot of disruption changed. You know, retail shops had to close brick and mortar. Hospitality businesses relied very heavily on delivery systems. And we found ourselves having to pivot the company. So we moved a lot further up into supply chain management and focused our energy on these businesses that were now moving to online. With that pivot came a lot of challenges. It changed our business model completely from being very transactional to being more of a trusted advisor. And secondly, I think like most people during COVID, I became a bit of a hermit. A lot of the events that we used to attend just got wiped off of the calendar. And, you know, I wasn't going out doing these normal events that I would normally go to, trade shows and Xero cons, etc. A lot of these partnerships that I had relied on in the last 10 years, either people had moved on because of corporate restructures. We found ourselves in a situation where we didn't really own our lead generation. You know, we were very blessed to have very deep partnerships with great partners like Xero and Lightspeed and Vend and Counta and a lot of these companies. There was a lot of acquisitions that happened after COVID. There was a real moment where I realized that I needed to shift the way that I was doing things and that I couldn't just rely on those partnerships anymore. And I really needed to own my demand generation. And I think one of the breakthrough moments I had with Dent is realizing that my time had to be spent on generating demand. This was scary for me because it's not something that I'm really good at or that I thought I knew a lot about. I was sort of stuck in a predicament of having that lonely feeling of that a business owner has when you're trying to lead a team that, you know, looks to you for direction, but you're now venturing into some territory where you're not an expert and you're not really, you know, as comfortable doing the things that you don't know a lot about. And so that's sort of where I started to look out and look for somebody like Dent. Before I joined Dent, I really managed to split personality. You know, like my work and my personal life were completely two different personas. And I really struggled with sharing myself in a work context, in a professional context. And I was virtually non-existent on LinkedIn. And I definitely had imposter syndrome. I was actually the bottleneck. We had tried to engage in a marketing company before, and it got to the point of creating content and everything just screeched to a halt because I just wasn't in a position and couldn't get past that mental roadblock of, you know, recording content and being the face. And I think one moment that really changed for me was that I had spent the first, you know, 13 years of running the business, building a company brand and realizing that people don't follow companies, they follow people, really hit hard with me. And I realized at that moment that I just had to suck it up and just start doing it. So I practice jujitsu. It's something I started doing recently in the last couple of years. And it's the type of thing that you can't go in expecting to be really good at it. In fact, you have to embrace the suck and you just have to go in there and just realize that this is a lifelong practice. It's not something that you get involved in trying to get to a certain place. It's just something that you have to sit in and just enjoy the process and just every day chip away at it and just be consistent. And so I sort of took on that mindset of going, you know what, get over the idea of trying to be perfect and just really start putting stuff out there. And gradually, with persistence and commitment, you should get better.
Tell us about LinkedIn. As far as publishing and getting more of your IP and content out there, what have been your disciplines and practice around that?
LinkedIn was virtually nothing. I wasn't posting anything at all. Like if you would have looked at my profile, there wasn't even a background image on the back. It just said CEO at SMB Consultants, and that was it. I think initially we just felt like we were just spraying the wall with content, hoping things would stick. And there just really wasn't much structure and direction around what we were posting. So taking a step back to really work on the value canvas and then work on our idea generator and our 7-11-4 canvas and really having a framework and some strategy around what we wanted to post has given us the ability to, I guess, have more consistency in what we're posting across different topics. I've got a great marketing manager, absolutely amazing with wordsmithing and using ChatGPT. We work together to curate what content we're going to post. One thing that we implemented in our business, which I'm really proud of, is every Monday, we do what we call a blog walk and talk. And we have a topic that is that we put across to the team, and everyone goes and we walk. And it just gets the creative juices flowing. It's a bit of a team bonding exercise because we all work remotely, but we get outside, we walk, and we just discuss and we transcribe everything. And it's just great to get my team involved in the process as well. So it's not solely falling on my ability to produce content that comes from me. It actually comes from the team. It was virtually from nothing. And now, the impressions going to the 1,000% increases because it's virtually coming from nothing. So now all we're just trying to do is continue to raise the bar so that we keep a consistent level and it just consistently grows. I think also like trying to get into the habit of commenting as well. I thought that was another thing that really made a difference. Is like maybe if you're only posting once or twice a week, you can still be commenting and just participating in other people that you see that might extend your network or be able to get engagement with. So that's another thing that I've had to try to be a lot more disciplined in, is just go in every day and make a few comments here and there. I've received a lot of feedback from industry colleagues that have outwardly come up to me and noticed the uptick in the amount of content that they've seen me involved in. So it's given me a much wider exposure and has allowed me to rekindle old relationships, as well as extend my network to finding new people that are industry related or even clients that are related to our existing clients. So it's just organically growing. It's allowed me to form new partnerships as well. I was recently involved in a Zero webinar. It was great to get back involved in that and in the spotlight of being a thought leader or a KPI. There's just been a lot more attention that I've risen back into being this person that people want to network with and become a part of, and it's opened up opportunities, definitely. I won for the third consecutive year SYN7. So SYN7 is one of the software packages, what are the inventory systems that we are resellers for. So I was able to win for the third year in a row the Implementation Design Expertise Award. That gave me the confidence to enter another award, which was for AirWallex, which is a foreign currency payment solution. And I was a finalist as the Tech Innovator Award. So it's definitely given me a lot of confidence to go out there. I just regret I didn't do it earlier. It just never occurred to me what benefit there would be in terms of going out there and get recognition in terms of awards.
And speaking of benefit, what are you seeing? What are you noticing when you start telling people about that, and how is it changing the way you're perceived?
Oh, it just definitely gives you credibility, differentiation in the market, acknowledgement, even from existing colleagues. In 14 years, I've met a lot of people. I've created quite an extensive network in the industry, and just to get that recognition, when you hear back from people that you haven't heard from in a while and they're congratulating you, it just re-engages those relationships. Awards tend to bring people together again and allows you to maintain your place in that amongst your colleagues and your peers. And with clients as well, I mean, it's just definitely a way to get differentiation and to get some credibility and authority with your clients.
Having had all that success, what would you say to yourself now in order to set you on the right path?
Oh, just commit to the process. Just continue to be consistent. Good things will happen when you are consistent and you put in the work, put in the time. Embrace the suck, work on your weaknesses. You have to really just attack your weaknesses head on. Really, really commit to the process. I think that's the number one thing is bury your head, get stuck into it and get things done, and you'll come out the other end and you'll get to where you want to be.